we're going to look at different ways you can warm up your fingers for a good technical session. For example, some guitarists like warming up with scales. For example, some guitarists might like using an arpeggio, for example. Some might look at one string or two string exercises like this. We're going to look at a one octave exercise starting on the note A. We're going to be in the key of C, so if I start on A, I'm actually playing the A minor scale. And obviously different guitarists have got different favorites. I'm going to share quite a few of them, but we're going to start with this one today. Okay, slow motion, you've got the tab sheet for this obviously as well. If you need the tab sheet, just drop me a WhatsApp. But your first exercise should sound something like this. And so on. Now, the nice thing about this exercise here is that you're going to learn where all the notes are in the key of C major. For example, when I do the first one, I'm going to zoom in a bit now. And I'm starting on the note A. So I'm going A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and backwards. Notice the pinky is being used. Try and use the same finger configuration and get the pinky working. Okay, one more time, slow motion, and then the tab is on the sheet as well. Once you've done that, you jump across to B. B's there, you're starting your next position, and you're going B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Then you're going to go to C, and you go. And basically all the notes are in the key of C major, like we said, and you're getting to learn where to find all the notes. Not only that, you're getting different sequence of finger skills. In other words, sometimes I start with fingers 1, 3, and 4. Sometimes I start with fingers 1, 2, and 4. Sometimes I go 3 strings, 3 strings, 2 strings. And then later I'll do 2 strings, 3 strings, 3 strings. Then I'll go 3 strings, 2 strings, and so on. So you're getting different rhythmic controls. In other words, you're not sort of getting used to 3 notes per string like this. For example, you're getting to have control mentally of your rhythm. Okay, so if we join them together and you want to play it through with me, this would be something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going a bit off the fretboard now, or off the video board rather, and obviously you can work it as high as possible. Okay, so that's your first exercise, and again, as we mentioned, there's lots of different ways. There's even chromatic exercises like this. Now personally, I don't like this exercise for the simple reason this is not something I can use in a solo necessarily easily. It doesn't sort of adhere to a key, where if I do this exercise, I'm getting to know all my notes in a specific key, and I'm getting to see how they interlink, which will then later give me control to get, and I can get around the fretboard. Okay, now on the picking side, I just want to focus on my picking hand quickly. I know there's a lot of debate about alternative picking and economy picking, and some guitarists are very rigid about one or the other. Personally, I can see logic in economy picking, but for me, alternative strokes makes more sense because you're not again bound to a set sequence. You're either picking down or you're picking up. So if you've got the rhythmic going, it just makes more sense to me overall. And it seems to be, after lots of reviews, that there seems to be a trend that alternative picking is perhaps a little bit more up on the economy. But anyway, enough talking, more playing. Very important, start with the downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke. So you can see very small movements, very small sweep. So we don't want this. That's very, very clumsy. I've got my palm resting actually on the top over here, on the on the saddle of the guitar, and I'm resting on there for support and also positioning. In slow motion, here we go. And that's what you want to do with the picking hand. So this is one of my personal favorites warming up, and I'm going to go through several different videos with lots of different warm-up exercises. So let's call this exercise 1 for lack of any better title, and I'll see you in video 2 for exercise 2.